So it has come to an end, finally. The pain is over. India has lost 3-1. Border-Gavaskar Trophy वापस चलेगी ऑस्ट्रेलियंस के पास. इंडिया का घमंड टूट चुका है. And as once a player said, stay humble.
Stay
Stay
humble,
humble
guys.
है,
Stay
stay
humble.
humble. So इंडिया को तो मिल चुका है humble पाए. And अभी हम लोग करने वाले 3 random cricket fans. We are going to rate our professional players on their performance in the series. And yeah, मेरे साथ है अंगद सिद्धू and Amay Jaikar, the regulars on Ball and Banter. What's up, boys? How's it going?
It's going great, bro. It's going great. Loving it.
पहले
मजा आ रहा है
तो
सुबह उठ के डिसअपॉइंट हो
हाँ,
गया.
ये बताओ भाई, कौन कौन उठा ये लास्ट मैच के लिए?
सभी उठे भाई, अपन तीनों ही उठे हैं. मैं आज शायद नहीं उठा लेकिन
मैं तो टीम देखा. आई सॉ द अपडेट दैट बुमराह इज इन देयर एंड
गिव अप.
या.
आई थिंक अपनी टीम ने भी उस दर ही गिव अप कर दिया भाई, जब पता चला बुमराह नहीं खेलने वाला.
हाँ.
But ठीक है, let's get to it. I think we are going to rate our players today in 4 tiers: God mode, steady, mid and washed. And I think it's pretty, I think explain करने की जरूरत नहीं है, पता ही है सबको क्या किस टर्म का क्या मतलब है. Let's start out. बैटिंग ऑर्डर में जाना है, बैटिंग ऑर्डर में जाना है, वो नीचे से ऊपर जाना है.
या बैटिंग ऑर्डर में जाते हैं.
ठीक है,
लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द टेल एंडर्स ब्रो. फर्स्ट रोहित शर्मा.
ऐसा करने वाला है क्या मैं कैप्टन? थैंक यू फॉर योर सर्विस, थैंक यू रोहित. बट ठीक है, चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं विद द बॉय हु वेंट ऑन हिज फर्स्ट टूर टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया, यशस्वी जायसवाल. So 161 runs, 391 runs in the whole tour, and yeah, 2 half centuries, 1 century, 2 ducks as well, and he was India's leading run scorer. I'll start with Angad. Angad, what were your thoughts on Yashasvi? क्या लगा उसको देख के?
यार, very difficult to put him in one specific bracket, but I'd go for mid purely because I feel openers set the tone for the rest of the team. And while he did that in the first game, in the second innings, and also in the Melbourne Test, but when we needed him the most, say in the second innings of this particular Test match, in the second Test as well, there were these positions where probably our openers just had to see it out. He failed there, and I mean, he's still young, so no hard feelings towards him as such. But for now, I think I'd put him in mid. And we have to be honest, right? We got to show that mirror. Like we are nobody to show that mirror, to be honest. But like,
देखने वाला सारी इंडिया टीम इसके बाद हमारे रेटिंग्स में.
but we've got to be honest. There's a reason why we've lost. We've been humbled 3-1. And this is a very strong team that we went with. And the last time it was a very second and third string side. Still, we were able to sort of win the series. So there's something that's gone wrong terribly. And I think it starts at the top.
Amay, what are your thoughts?
I will give Jaiswal the steady ranking because I think he was great. Average of 43. He got 160, 280s. And yeah, he was unlucky. वो support ही नहीं था उसको दूसरे end पे. That one crazy run out which he was involved with Mr. Fix-It, the so-called Mr. Fix-It. So yeah, उसमें भी तो उसका guarantee 100 था. And even like in the MCG second innings, he got that sort of unlucky call. I think he had a great series because it was his first time scoring almost close to 400 runs. I think it was a pretty good series for Jaiswal, so I would keep him in the steady rankings. And also like I would like to disagree with Angad where like he did give us a good start. उसने Stark को भाई first over में 3 चौके मारे थे. So he put that platform and he got a beauty from ball and unplayable ball. कोई भी नहीं खेल पाता था वो ball.
But 12 runs is not laying a platform, na? The
भाई
job
20
of openers is to make sure that the ball ka shine wears out a little. The team
Yeah.
gets confidence. You're seeing out a session. That 12 runs is not going to matter in the larger scheme of things.
I agree with that, but then you see the ball he got, unplayable ball, कुछ नहीं कर पाता था. The ball came in and then shaped straight. Unplayable ball because his intent was quite positive. If you see, it was not like reckless cricket. वो कैसे मार के out हुआ ही नहीं. Ball beauty था. He couldn't defend that. So
But
yeah, and I think I liked his approach. I would like to put him in the steady category.
Nice. I think I'll also agree with Amay on this one. I think being his first tour of Australia, he still ended up as India's leading run scorer, right? And he's been doing that all throughout last year. And मतलब ठीक है, 1 century and 2 half centuries. I know बीच में 2 blips थे, 2 ducks भी उसको मिले. But I think he did somewhat did his job to an extent. I think because उसके अराउंड अपनी पूरी बैटिंग इतनी खराब थी, तो मे बी यू एंड अप थिंकिंग कि ठीक है यार, यशस्वी शुड हैव डन मोर, ही गॉट दोस स्टार्ट्स, शुड हैव कन्वर्टेड ऑल ऑफ दोस, राइट? बट या, इवन आई थिंक स्टेडी. सो अपना ग्रुप कंसेंसस फॉर यशस्वी इज स्टेडी. On to his opening partner for some of the matches and कुछ matches में one down. KL Rahul. KL Rahul भाई KL Rahul ने बनाए 276 runs in 10 innings in this series. And yeah, in some matches he looked like our best batter, and in some matches KL Rahul did what KL Rahul does. So I'll go to Angad first. Angad भाई क्या है rating और क्यों?
Washed, bro. He's a washed player. Apart from that first test match, second inning, I haven't seen anything from him that gives me confidence that this guy needs to be in the team for the longer term. He could have easily gotten an Abhimanyu Ishwaran, or probably even a Sarfaraz Khan, and like move someone else to open with him. But I don't see anything from him apart from his slip catching. For his slip catching itself, I can give him some higher rating. But as a batsman, he's pretty washed, very uninspiring, and very very thakela, bro.
मैं जाता हूँ नेक्स्ट भाई. मेरा भी सेम ही रेटिंग होगा. अंगद कॉपी पेस्ट. मतलब कुछ ज्यादा किया नहीं. इवन तो उसने रन्स बनाए, बट हिज बॉडी लैंग्वेज, ही डिडंट मूव द गेम फॉरवर्ड. मतलब स्ट्राइक रेट वगैरह भी उसका एम ही था, एक्सेप्ट फॉर द लास्ट इनिंग्स where he was sort of trying to hit out. Otherwise, those typical like 40 ball, 5 run sort of innings he was playing, which maybe helps like in some situations, but didn't really move the game forward. So yeah, wash from my side. Am I?
Same. I thought he's washed from IPL, but he's washed from Test cricket also. I don't know, bro. He started off well. वो ऐसा ही होता है, उसका career जब बचाना होता है, he plays well. But then once he knows his spot is fixed, he is back to his washed levels. So
Typical KL Rahul.
Typical KL Rahul.
Moving on to the next young gun, next new prince of Indian cricket, Mr. Shubhman Gill, who scored 93 runs in 5 innings, came back from an injury after the first match. And I won't lie, dude, like in the first pink ball test match, first few balls that he played, he looked flawless. But since then, his series has been like so-so, right? Very under par, very under par. I think I'll give him washed, at least just on this series performance, washed. Amay, what's your rating and why?
I like to call him PR ins. Prince. all PR, bro, only hype. I'll also give him washed because है ही नहीं. क्या शॉट खेला भाई उसने फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में और सेकंड इनिंग्स में. वो स्लेज कर रहे हैं उसको and he got sucked into that. So yeah, I think he also has a mental issue just like KL Rahul. I think he's also got some 30 test matches ka backing and hasn't performed at all since that Gaba test match way back like 3-4 years ago. So
but unlike KL Rahul, I think Shubman Gill still deserves to get back. Angad, what's your rating?
I'll give him a mid. I disagree that he's not performed since Gaba. He's played some really nice innings in India, scored a few centuries here and there. Very good batsman, very good to watch, technically quite sound. And I don't think it's very PR led. There's a lot of distraction probably in his life, which comes with a lot of fame and money. But if you look at the longer term future of our batting lineup, I think he's got to be up there at the top.
But
so foolish decisions, a lot to learn from for him for sure, 100%. But
purely based on his performance in this series, you'll give him mid.
Yeah, I'll give him mid because he looked pretty good.
ठीक है, चलो भाई नेक्स्ट चलते हैं. फिर प्रिंस से किंग के पास चलते हैं. किंग कोहली. Apart from that 100 that he made in the opening match, rather than that, apart from that, he's only scored 90 runs in total in like nine innings after that. So yeah, I'll give straight up. I think हम सबका same ही होगा. Washed. It's time to go.
No, I'll probably give him a mid.
Oh, come on, bro.
Virat, yeah. I think
उसके क्या स्लेजिंग के परफॉर्मेंस के लिए तू उसको रेट कर रहा है?
Bhai, the intent with which he's come in most of the innings, like even in this test match, if you saw, he really came out with a very positive mindset, and he doesn't look like someone who's beaten and someone who's just given up. He's still trying to fight, unlike some other players in the team. He's really got that positive attitude and his aura, bro. Like on the field, we really need him. There is no character like him in the team, and as long as he has this fight in him, he'll still contribute a lot to the team, and being hopeful, he might turn things around also.
But yeah, I think the aura is the part that he is the strongest thing that he brings to the team, unfortunately, at this point. Amay, तेरे को क्या लगता है भाई? King Kohli?
No, bro, washed. I'm one of the biggest Kohli fans, but वो एक ही शॉट उसने सब मैच में एक ही शॉट मार के आउट हुआ है. And Scott Boland said it in that interview, pre-game interview or whatever. We have this one plan and we know he's going to play that shot and get out. 2 बार उसने वही शॉट, same shot, copy paste.
Predictable, right? Predictable.
I think confidence issue hai, overconfidence hai, we don't know what it is. But yeah, but captaincy, like he was the captain and for that, I would probably still rate him. I personally, this is a controversial opinion, but if he comes back as captain, maybe runs will flow. I don't know.
But
But
that's the irony. When he was the captain, runs weren't flowing, and that's why he had to leave the post also. Because one of the contributing reasons.
one of
But
the.
yeah.
I
But
think
yeah,
his
इसके
numbers as a
पहले
captain
वाले
are pretty good. But I think 50 का average था उसका वैसे तो as captain.
But his standards, according to his standards, that 100 hadn't come for 3 years, plus
Yeah.
him being aggressive and some putting pressure on youngsters, all of that. There are many reasons.
But what are your thoughts on, like, before this Sydney Test match, there was this whole rumors about Mr. Fix-It and like lot of stuff going on in the dressing room. Amay, तेरे को क्या लगा भाई? What did you make of that?
I don't know, bro. The dressing room is like divided. It seems like Gautam Gambhir and Kohli is one team, and you know, Mumbai ka PR King is one team. So I mean, it's a mess. The dressing room is a mess. They need to like sit together and solve it because there's no like all three of them are underperforming. The coach and these two star players, and there are fan wars happening and everything, not helping anyone. So yeah, I don't not fixing nothing actually.
ठीक है. ठीक है. Moving on from that to the sometimes stupid, sometimes brilliant player Rishabh Pant, Pant Man. Rishabh Pant made 255 runs in this series. And yeah, go with my rating first. I think he's totally capable of like steady or God mode, but I felt he was mid. Apart from that last innings in this match where he made 61 of 33, I think that is what he's really capable of, right? And एक दो matches में he really like he got that start, but उसने भाई वो typical punch shot मार के out हो गया. But ironically, it's those kind of shots only that get him runs. So it's a mixed bag with Pant, but I'll give him mid. Angad, what is your rating or thoughts on his performance?
I'll give him a steady, bro. I think he looked good in quite a few innings. And there was this who's that commentator? Mike Nicholas?
Mark
Mark-
Nicholas.
Mark
Yeah.
Nicholas.
Yeah.
Mark Nicholas, and even I think it was Gilchrist or somebody or Vaughan, somebody on commentary. And these guys were reiterating quite a few times that, this is what you're going to get with Rishabh Pant.
Yeah.
The days that he's good and you're rejoicing, you should also be okay when it doesn't come off. And to be honest, whenever he is there in the middle, our team, the opposition, everyone is looking at that inning and everyone is a little scared for different reasons. We are scared because he might get out, but the other team is scared because he might take the game away from them. And he really did look good. So I'll give him a steady.
Nice.
And plus, he was solid with the gloves, I think.
Yeah.
100%. Amen.
I would like to for this series mid, but overall God mode because the innings that he played on that pitch, like 60 of 30, I don't think no other batsman can play that on either sides.
Overall की बात ही नहीं है भाई. This is not overall. तो overall, all our players are God mode, I think, at some level. But it's particularly about this series. There's no doubt.
But yeah, I mean Rishabh Pant pe to there's no doubt. There were rumors before the game that he might get dropped, which is like ridiculous. If he was getting
Yeah.
dropped, then GG should have been sacked right at that point.
Like he's
Because
been our best batter, right?
He's the best batter by the country
For some time.
in test match. So कोई doubt ही नहीं है ऋषभ पंत पे.
Do you guys think all these problems are coming to the forefront ever since Jay Shah has taken up a new position? I think
Yeah.
that's the real motivator that you're missing.
Yeah, we need to bring Jesha back. I think that's the answer to our problems. But talking about the answer to our problems or the problem at the moment, Captain Rohit, hitman, intent machine, batted at number 6 for 2 matches, then came back, opened the innings, and he by 31 runs बनाए उसने कुल मिला के पूरे series में. And lot of controversies, lot of PR campaigns for Captain India. I'll give my rating first. I think I love him as a player, but this series completely washed. Angad, over to you.
If there was a position below washed, I'd probably want to give him that, especially after that PR campaign that has gone live. It's beyond embarrassing. It's beyond. When we say KL Rahul is uninspiring, he looks ridiculously uninspiring. There's nothing to look forward to when he's batting. Intent is not there. His feet are not moving. He's become a liability for sure with the bat, 100%.
Even I would say his captaincy, right? Like I think the aggression in the Perth match and the Sydney match was on a different. There was some sort of energy, right? At least Sydney maybe first innings में जब अपने bowlers डाल रहे थे, without Bumrah, so there was some sort of energy. But I didn't see that energy in the pink ball test or at Gabba or at MCG. So captaincy also there are some doubts. Amay, what are your thoughts on that?
I'd like to just end by saying about Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma, what a superstar. To take a pause and catch your breath requires courage. More power to you, respect.
Respect. More power to you. Amay, over to you.
Yeah. From a PR level, it is God mode. But as a player, yeah, completely washed. But he's got all the big guys tweeting for him. There is Tushar Kapoor.
Yeah,
There's Osama bin Laden. There's a guy who's tweeted in Braille also.
Bro, there's Asha Bhosle, bro. Asha Bhosle is also tweeting about him.
Yeah,
embarrassing.
completely washed. I think if he has some amount of self-respect, he'll announce his retirement from Test. Retire like on a good note, win the Champions Trophy, and just call it quits from everything.
And he should also take up Washington's name.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, quite pretty embarrassing. I think anyone who's watching, right, like just tell us in the comments also what were your thoughts about the series. If you agree with our ratings, if you agree with us, disagree with us, let us know. Cool. Moving on to another debutant in the series. Nitish Reddy played all 5 matches, 298 runs, India's second leading run scorer. Then he also took like 5 wickets. So what were your thoughts? Amay, we'll start with you. And like make it quick.
Since it was his like first tour, I would say steady, pretty talented player. If he improves his bowling, thoda pace increase ho jayega, he'll be like very good, almost God level. But yeah, very impressive. First tour, he scored 100 also. Yeah, I like the look of Nitish Reddy. I think he should continue playing Test matches in India also. But let's see.
Angad.
Steady. I'd give him a steady. He looked really good with the bat except the last Test match. I think वो सनी गावस्कर का रोने वाला acting देख के भाई वो depress हो गया another level पे. That affected him mentally, I feel.
Ravi Shastri. No.
Sunny Ji, bro.
Both,
Sunny
both.
Ji.
Both
Seeing
right.
his father touch Sunny Ji's feet, all of that, I think deeply scarred him. So we can excuse him for the last Test match. But before that, I think he was pretty steady.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. I think he was one of the players जिससे ज्यादा expectation नहीं था, मतलब, and he over delivered, right? Like under promise, over deliver, classic, and looks like a proper prospect. Looks like a hungry player. Potential तो बहुत है भाई, and if he lives up to it, we have a great player on our hands. Moving on to the other all-rounder in our team, world's number one Test all-rounder, Mr. Ravindra Jadeja, who scored 135 runs and picked up 4 wickets in 3 matches. What were your thoughts on that? Angad,
Washed. Pretty washed.
Hmm.
Expected more from him from the bat. With the ball, maybe not as much because agar Nathan Lyon couldn't do much,
Yeah.
we can't expect from Jadeja either. But with the bat, I think there are many instances where they could have stitched a partnership, just seen a session through, etc. But apart from that one session, that I think it was in the first innings. No, it was in the second innings of the last Test match. Apart from that, no contribution, no meaningful contribution.
Amay, what is your rating?
Yeah, same. I think his batting to is washed because like expected a lot from Jadeja with the bat, but he was like just in that ultra defensive mode, or that brought out pressure also, and we lost wickets because थोड़े तो आज तो expect किया था कुछ तो like मार के कुछ तो run बनेंगे, but I don't know, bro. He's washed with the bat, I think.
Same. Agree with both of you for all the reasons that you already spoke about. I don't have anything to add. We'll move on to the other all-rounder, Mr. Washington Sundar. Again, he played like some of the matches, had decent scores, 150, and then a couple of single-digit scores as well. I'll give my rating first. He was, I think, washed ही बोलना पड़ेगा because ball के साथ तो कुछ उसने किया नहीं, and batting maybe that 150 that he stood along with Nitish Reddy. Apart from that, it was like so contributions. Yeah, I'll give him.
Not even so, man. It was all below par, I feel,
Below
except
par,
that one inning. Nothing with the ball, barely anything with the bat. Nothing significant on the field either.
हमें कुछ ऐड करना है तेरे को और ये वाला?
No, I think I agree because
ठीक है, चलो let's move on to the other Tamil Nadu bowler who retired mid series. Ashwin 29 runs and picked up 1 wicket. Washed, gone. I think उसको
The fact that he's gone already
says that.
that he's washed.
ठीक है. We'll go to the next, I think सब लोग इधर consensus 100% same ही होने वाला है. Mr. Jasprit Bumrah, man of the series, 32.
I only believe Jassi bhai, bro.
I only believe in Jassi bhai. Game changer only he is.
my
Man.
wallpaper is also only Jassi bhai. Only one guy deserves full credit and like match winner. अगर वो रहता ना आज, we had like 70% chance of winning, even with that score.
Yeah.
Even with that score. So
I think God mode consensus यहाँ पे तो 100% सबका है. But it was literally at times when Bumrah अकेले कैरी कर रहा था पूरे टीम को. भाई ये सिडनी वाले मैच में तो नॉट जस्ट बॉलिंग, वो बैट से आके रन भी बनाए उसने एंड में.
At times, nahi, all the time, bro. All the time.
But yeah, ठीक है, God mode, easiest one so far. We'll go to his next bowling partner, Mohammad Siraj.
And by the way, he got man of the series
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a losing cause. And it's a series which he lost 3-1, not 3-2 or 2-1 or 1-0 or whatever.
It wasn't India versus Australia, it was Bumrah versus Australia.
Yeah. And that rarely happens in cricket. Very extremely rarely. That's just a testament to what a guy, what a
No
player.
doubt he's like the greatest India has produced so far, and maybe the greatest the world has seen by the time he ends his career. But yeah, moving on to his bowling partner, DSP Siraj, official Mohammad Siraj account, 20 wickets in 5 matches. Amay, we'll start with you. What kya laga bhai?
I think mid performance, but you can't even blame him because I think there's a stat where like he's bowled the most overs since 2023. So like his energy level till the end of he would be completely drained because we didn't rotate him. He played all the games. He played all the ODI games also. I think Test match bhi sab khela. So yeah, I don't blame him for this, but still he got more wickets than Stark. 20 wickets. I think Stark got 19 or something.
Yeah. 18.
So, yeah, for effort, I think top effort, but he can't be your second seamer. He can be your third seamer. So mid.
What were your
I'd give him a steady. I think he bowled his heart out whenever given that opportunity. And plus, you always bowl in partnerships, right? So whenever he's bowling with Jassi, of course, Jassi is going to get the wickets, but he did pretty well. My only complaint would be that sometimes, quite a few times in the series, he took some time to get to that rhythm and bowl at the right places. But no doubts on the effort and commitment that he showed. I think he should always be in the team for now.
Yeah, I think even I'll give him steady. He was pretty average in some of the sessions, some of the matches, but he was our second best bowler, right? And अभी especially जब बुमराह भी चला गया था फील्ड से इंजरी के साथ, I think Prasidh Krishna also stepped out, but Siraj also in that session, even when Bumrah was along with him, he at times was bowling better than Bumrah in that first innings, right? And मतलब ठीक है, that guy has been through a lot, and I just love seeing him bowl. इस सीरीज में भी उसने भाई 158 ओवर्स डाले हैं, which is insane, and still comes in hard. So yeah, I'll give him steady. Moving on to the other fast bowler, Akash Deep. Akash Deep भाई 2 matches खेला and took how many wickets? Wait, 5 wickets in 4 innings. I like Akash Deep quite a lot. I'll give him maybe mid for his efforts again. Angad,
Same. I think he was quite unlucky at times. He bowled really well. Plus, didn't get a lot of opportunity and not a lot of overs, as many as he should have. Isme the other factor also is when are you exactly bowling him, right? But considering all of that, I think he bowled pretty well. Just a little unfortunate. So I'll give him a mid. And plus, he did something with the bat as well.
With Virat Kohli's bat. Man, you want to add anything on top?
Yeah, mid. He was pretty unlucky. He could have got like 5 wickets in the last game. Itna edge miss kiya usne. He could have be very unlucky. And I think funny stat, he played I think 2 games and he scored almost as much as Rohit Sharma. So yeah.
He should be our next opener.
He should be our next captain.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on to the other one, Harshit Rana. Again, Harshit Rana played 2 matches and he got, I think, 5 wickets, 4 or 5 wickets in all. And yeah, what were your thoughts? Angad, bata de, kaisa laga first
I'd put him somewhere between mid and washed. I don't want to say washed to players who are coming here for the first time and, debuting for the first time, because it takes time to learn. Even if you say between 2015 to 2017, Bumrah, Shami, Ishan, Umesh, they were pretty undercooked. It took them that 1.5 year to, consistently bowl and then become as lethal as they were, and they were pretty unlucky. So I think it's the same for these set of bowlers, right? We shouldn't be criticizing them too much. They've put in all the effort. But again, for performance, there's a lot to learn. So I'll just put them somewhere between mid to washed. But for now, I'd say mid.
Same. I'll go with, I completely agree with your thoughts. I think good showed like a few glimpses of like good signs of a good bowler. But yeah, experience chahiye isko to go up a level. We'll go to the last one. Last player, Prasidh Krishna, who just got 1 match, took 6 wickets in 2 innings. I feel like we missed a trick, man. He should have maybe come in sometime earlier. Amay, what did you think of Prasidh Krishna in that 1 match?
I think it was pretty good considering it was his first game of the series. 3 wickets in both innings. He gave some hope in the second innings. And he got Steve Smith out. And he didn't let Steve Smith complete 10,000 runs in Test cricket. So yeah, good.
Angad, what were your thoughts?
Hey man, I think he bowled pretty well, and I wasn't expecting it from him, to be honest. Though he bowled well in that Australia A versus India A
Hmm.
games,
Yeah.
but I didn't have a very high opinion of him coming into the series as well. So
Do you
mid
think we
form.
missed a trick by not playing him earlier?
Hard to say, man. Hard to say. Not like he's shown a lot before to warrant a place in the side. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome, cool. I think we are
Hey,
done.
we are missing out on one player also, bro.
Who?
Devdutt Padikkal.
अरे वो मैं देवदत्त पडिक्कल और ध्रुव जुरेल को छोड़ दिया ब्रो क्या मैं चल देवदत्त पडिक्कल का मैं बता देता हूँ वॉश्ड
Bro,
didn't
let's
do
rate the coach
anything.
also. Let's rate the coach also.
Oh yes, we'll get to that.
But tell me one thing, like Dhruv Jurel, he played so well in India, right? In that series. Was it the England series?
England series,
Yeah.
yeah.
He played so well over there. Sarfaraz had played so well in that series. Are these players that probably we can bank on in the future, or do other players deserve a chance?
I think young players though, bro, I like what I've seen from Sarfaraz so far. I think he has shown that consistency in domestic cricket as well, right? And I think उसके ऊपर सबसे ज्यादा डाउट आ रहा था कि भाई इसका इंडिया में ये सब एक्सपीरियंस है बाहर का इसका पता नहीं है कैसे चलेगा नहीं चलेगा एंड पीपल डोंट सीम टू हैव दैट कॉन्फिडेंस इन हिज टेक्निकल एबिलिटी टू सर्वाइव ऑन maybe like seaming or swinging pitches. But जब तक उसको चांस नहीं दोगे तब तक वो सीखेगा भी कैसे और पता भी कैसे चलेगा. So I think Sarfaraz Khan we should definitely and Jurel is a great backup for Rishabh Pant, right? I don't think he can play purely as a batter at this point in time, but great backup for sure. Squad player.
And it's so sad, right? Some of their careers might have ended with this series also. If you see people like Ishwaran, or say
Hmm.
maybe even Sarfaraz or Jurel, you never know if they're going to get a chance again.
Yeah.
Ideally, they should have been given at least 2 games. This is not the last series that we'll ever play. The next Test championship cycle, we want these players to stand up. So it's very poor management, I feel. Not in terms of identifying talent and keeping them in the team, but
Yeah.
practicing and game time are two very different things. You can practice all you want and look like, Don Bradman in those practice sessions, but you need to go and experience on the field. And that's till that doesn't happen, I don't think we'll be in a good position.
मतलब पहले मैच का सिचुएशन तुम देखोगे वो लोग शुभमन गिल इंजर्ड हो गया तो देवदत्त पडिक्कल को लेके आ गए भाई ही वाज नॉट इवन इन द स्क्वाड एंड
God.
स्ट्रेट वॉक्स इनटू द स्टार्टिंग लाइनअप जस्ट बिकॉज यू आर लाइक ठीक है वो टेक्निकली ही इज अ गुड बैटर लेफ्टी है इसलिए मे बी उसको लाए होंगे बट ही वाजंट देयर इन द पिक्चर राइट टिल मे बी 1 or 2 सीरीज अगो आल्सो बट
And if
देयर
Rohit Sharma is dropping himself, you can drop KL Rahul also.
They are not going to drop him because वो खेला decent before
First
this.
game ना भाई, first game ही खेला, उसके बाद मतलब there was nothing meaningful from his end. He looked good. I'm not denying that.
हाँ
Hmm.
but that's typical KL Rahul right
Typical
he
KL
look
Rahul.
good
Yeah.
like not really make a match winning contribution
But I personally think there'll be a lot of open spots now. I think Rohit will go, Kohli may go, and KL Gill पे भी pressure है. So I think when the England series come, we may just see new faces. So yeah, let's be hopeful.
but yeah what thoughts on the coach GG era another failure in the GG era.
It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I don't know if he got, at first I thought, he got his way when he got Nitish Reddy in the team and Harshit Rana in the team. But going by a lot of these media reports, I don't think he's had a free hand or a lot of say. And plus, he's also managing this whole situation, right? Where the media's already made him the bad guy. Um, Plus, he can't, if he does anything now to sort of kick people like Kohli or Rohit out or be very blunt to them, then there's again one more campaign against him. He's on a very fine thread. And that would have been such a difficult position for him also because he wants to get the best out of the team. He probably knows the blueprint to get the best out of the team, but there's so many other factors that he has to manage. So tough to say anything. But again, based on this series, I'm sure there were some instances where we could have set fields better, we could have made changes better, team selection could have been better. So based on all of that, I'd give him a washed rating.
But I think the bets that he took, those sort of worked out, right? Apart from maybe like a Washington Sundar, the new players that he introduced, I think all of them did pretty. Nitish Reddy did pretty decently well. Uh, Harshit Rana also looked okay only, not like a disaster sort of a decision. And मतलब ठीक है, I think Gambhir deserves some more time for that transformation or what transition that he's planning to
Yeah.
do.
This is also very immediate reaction, right?
Yeah.
That we are giving. We are giving this based on the disappointment of losing the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, losing the series 3-1.
But
Probably
also
if you
there's
do
one.
better, yeah,
Yeah.
probably if you do better 1 year, 1.5 year down the line, and these players shine, and we are once again on that particular, say,
Yeah.
trajectory, then we can look back on these incidents and say, this was a learning curve and probably got it right. But right now, there's no clarity on who's taking the decisions.
Yeah,
I think just
exactly.
on this series, I'll also give him mid. Amay, what were your thoughts on GG?
Yeah, I agree with Angad. Actually, we don't know who's controlling the team. Is it like the captain or is it the coach? Because coach ने जो भी players लाए हैं, like Sundar and Nitish Reddy, they both did well in their roles. Like Washi did well in India, and like Reddy did well here in Australia. So his punts have been pretty good, but we don't know who's selecting the team because captaincy though has been flat all throughout the series when Rohit has been there. So yeah, but let's see. And whenever like people try to whenever the captain tries to fight with the coach gets the sack usually. So yeah,
Back in the
let's see.
morning.
And one last thing, I think we should also say that, we don't hate any of our players. We absolutely love them and we've woken up very early in the morning to watch them. The only sort of disappointment will always be that, the fact that we still expect them to win overseas. We know how good they are, and those are the standards they've set. So, no hard feelings as such, but now it's the time to, conquer the world and not just play that underdog card or be the hopefuls,
Yeah.
rather be the ones dominating, and we can do it.
And the storyline's been that only, right? Matlab, India could have been the only team who's gone in like visited Australia 3 times and sort of retained the trophy after that. But yeah, that's not the story that the outcome that has
2 बार भी किसी ने नहीं किया, I don't think
2
so.
बार भी नहीं किया लगातार किसी ने. भाई वो एशेज इतना हाइप करते हैं, but whenever England goes to Australia, they absolutely
South
batter
Africa's
them.
done it. South Africa's done it 3 in a row or something.
No, I think 2 in a row or something. जब वो Jack
Yeah.
Carlos and Graham Smith और ये सब
हाँ.
लोग थे, I think that time they had
हाँ.
done.
And we've retained this series for 10, 12 years, man. Can you believe it? Who would have thought in test match cricket, India's going to retain a series for 10, 12 years against
Australia, that too. Yeah.
But cool. I think it's been a good chat, guys. Lot of reflection on how the series went by. Anyone who's watching, who's made it this far in the video, don't forget to like and sort of subscribe to Ball and Banter. We are going to continue our discussions. Abhi Champions Trophy bhi aane wala hai. Fir IPL bhi aa raha hai. A lot of exciting cricket coming up, and we are going to cover all of it. So yeah, for today, that's it from us. आज के लिए बस इतना ही. Toodles.
आज के लिए फिलहाल इतना ही. आपकी तरह मैं भी मायूस हूं, लेकिन उम्मीद पर दुनिया कायम है. दिल दुखा है लेकिन टूटा तो नहीं है, और उम्मीद का दामन छूटा तो नहीं है. इसलिए आज के लिए इतना ही.